Hi, and welcome to the Health for Life podcast for those who want to build strong trucks and strong bodies. This is Kevin Munez and Maya Hickman, your wellness team, bringing you practical tips and tricks to improve your health.
Hey guys, we missed you. It's been a little while since we talked last. This is the first podcast of 2024, so welcome and Happy New Year. Given that February is a heart health month and we only have a couple days left, a day more than normally, given that it is a leap year, we did not want to leave February without talking about heart health, which is such an important topic. Unfortunately, heart health remains the number one cause of disease of mortality in United States. So again, a very important topic. And I also want to say that we are restarting our lunch and learn workshops. So if you're curious to learn more about what you can do, and we'll talk a little bit about that today to help prevent not only heart disease, but also many other preventable chronic conditions, come and see Kevin and I on April 23rd. That's the Tuesday at 11:30 or 3 o'clock, depending on what times works best for you.
Yeah, so getting back to heart disease, somebody dies of heart disease every 36 seconds in the United States, and of a stroke every 3 minutes. So, sobering as these facts are, keep in mind that lifestyle plays a huge role in heart disease prevention. But before we dig deeper into what we can do, let's talk about what heart disease is, some symptoms, and some of those risk factors.
Yeah, absolutely. So the term heart disease refers to several types of heart conditions, right? So the most common type of heart disease in United States is coronary artery disease. So you will see it often as CAD or CAD. This one affects the blood flow to your heart. And decreased blood flow can cause a heart attack. So symptoms of heart disease are not always diagnosed until a person starts experiencing signs and symptoms of heart attack, heart failure, or arrhythmia.
So that's very true. So this is why looking out for symptoms is so important. So some of these things could be chest pain or discomfort, upper back and neck pain, indigestion, heartburn, nausea, vomiting, extreme fatigue, dizziness, shorter breath, swelling of feet, ankles, legs, or abdomen. So it's really important to take these types of symptoms seriously and schedule an appointment with your provider if you have them.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. We don't want to take any of these symptoms lightly. We never know what's underneath all of that. So it's always best to get checked and be safe. Be particularly mindful of these symptoms if you have any of the key risk factors for heart disease, such as smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, any combination of the above. Good news is that all three are things that we can change with lifestyle modifications. A few additional risk factors are being overweight or obese, unhealthy diet, excessive alcohol intake, physical inactivity, and diabetes. So, are you noticing any trend here, Kevin, in
Oh,
all of this?
absolutely. So most of these risk factors are things that we can control and that we can change, which is just wonderful news. Now, we're not suggesting that making lifestyle changes are easy, um, but it is great to know that we have the power to make a difference, that heart disease is not inevitable.
Absolutely. And not just heart disease, of course, many other chronic conditions. But yeah, there's a lot we can do. It is clear that healthy diet and physical activity are two of the main factors that can help lead to a healthy heart and longevity. No doubt about that. There's so many different ways to move and exercise. So, Kevin, I'm curious when it comes to heart health specifically. Are any specific types of exercise that are better than others? What is typically recommended? So, for example, do we need to do cardio for a healthy heart? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yep. So the American Heart Association recommends to maintain a healthy heart. So we're not necessarily even into getting to the healthy heart, but to maintain a healthy heart, we need to get 150 minutes of moderately intense physical activity a week. So this is not going out for a leisurely stroll. This is going to be having some sort of intended focus on your movement and trying to have yourself slightly out of breath for 150 minutes a week. Now, that being said, you don't have to do all 150 minutes at one time. You could break this up into small, doable segments. So we're talking maybe a 10-minute in the morning, 10-minute after lunch, 10-minute after work, to get 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and that'll get you your 150 minutes. Now, the American Heart Association does recommend for those people trying to get their weight under control or to get their heart risks under control to increase that from 150 minutes to 250 minutes.
Yeah, well, thanks. That's a really very helpful information. I unfortunately am not a huge fan of rigorous cardio. I like strength training. I like yoga. I don't really like running in general. So I'm curious, what role does resistance training play, and how can those of us that don't like running or ellipticals still get some good cardio training?
Yes, so resistance training is very, very important for a multitude of factors. And the American Heart Association does recommend that we get at least 2 days a week of a full body workout. So with that, we can look at different types of resistance training workouts. So this could be things such as, sit-ups and push-ups and squats and just body weight movements, combining them with small resistance bands. If that's what you're into, we can also get into dumbbells, barbells, machine weights, and then look at different types of going like high repetitions with low weight or heavy weight with low repetitions. And then we can also look at your rest factors. So we can keep the exercises back to back with very brief rest periods in between to keep your heart rate elevated while still making your muscles, pump the iron.
I love that. And I try to do that too, keep my rest periods shorter to get some of that huffing and puffing going for my
Yeah.
heart health. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Kevin.
So we've got the cardio and the exercise portion down. Is there anything like diet wise that we should be looking out for? Is there a recommended diet for heart healthy specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. There are several quote unquote, diet plans that have been researched and have both shown amazing benefits for heart health specifically. The first one is known as DASH. It stands for Dietary Approaches for Hypertension. And then, of course, Mediterranean diet, which keeps coming on top as one of the healthiest and most balanced diets overall.
So what makes these diets so good for our hearts?
Yeah, they actually have a lot in common. They're both very high in fiber. In other words, fruits, veggies, whole grains, and legumes. They're high in healthy fats, so nuts, seeds, fish and olive oil, avocados and avocado oil. And they're also low in trans and saturated fats. And high in lean protein. So that would be your poultry and fish, plant protein like beans and legumes. They're also low in processed foods and added sugar, and they're moderate in alcohol. Obviously, if you're interested in learning more, please stop by the Family Health Center here at the Volvo Clinic. I will be happy to chat and provide more information. But really, honestly, 101 on eating healthy in general, and especially for a healthy heart, is make half of your plate veggies. You cannot go wrong with that simple scenario.
Yeah. So you mentioned fiber, and I know that fiber is good for your GI health. Can you tell us some more about the role of fiber in heart health?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There are two different types of fiber, right? Soluble and insoluble. Insoluble fiber is the cellulose found in the plant wall, and this adds bulk to the stool and appears to help food pass more quickly through the stomach and intestines. So very helpful. Soluble fiber, on the other hand, attaches to the cholesterol particles in the small intestine and prevents them from entering your bloodstream and traveling to other parts of the body. So instead of going where we don't want it, the cholesterol will exit the body through the feces. So again, fiber found in fruits and veggies is extremely important for heart health and health in general.
That's really amazing that we can address high cholesterol with nutrition. So I'm
Yeah.
curious, what are some good sources of soluble fiber and how much fiber do we need in a day?
Yeah, it's a great question. I hear the question a lot. Some of the good soluble fiber sources are nuts, beans, lentils, blueberries, apples, bananas, oatmeal, chia seeds, and there is many more, but these are good options. Recommended daily allowance for men is 38 grams of fiber per day, and for women about 25. More is typically better, of course. Some people opt for fiber supplements, such as Benefiber or Metamucil. These are perfectly fine. However, I would just say that, supplements are just that. They are supplements, and nothing can really completely replace a good diet. So aiming for, like I mentioned previously, about half the plate of veggies with at least one meal of your day would be ideal. But again, these supplements, fiber supplements, can be helpful if you think you're not getting enough fiber in your diet.
Okay, so we've talked about physical activity and nutrition, which are clearly very important. However, I would like to address the importance of stress management, adequate sleep, and overall good self-care. So we need to make sure that we're monitoring your blood pressure at home regularly if you have hypertension, and to take your medicine as prescribed, prioritizing sleep, and get help to manage stress.
Yeah, I think we often underestimate the impact that lack of sleep and stress can have on our overall health. When these issues become chronic, the impact on heart health can be very significant. Heart disease is also linked to certain conditions related to stress, such as anxiety, depression, and being cut off from friends and family. So it's really important to take care of our minds as well and take time to rest and relax.
So let's keep in mind that you have a lot of resources here at Volver. So we've got the on-site providers and health coaching at the clinic. We've got athletic trainers available through the Ock Health Center. We have the fitness center here with an excellent trainer available whenever you need. But some of the additional resources that you have are partner companies like Hinge, Livongo, Health Advocate, and all these other things. So if you need assistance in finding out what benefits you have, just please let us know and we can help you out with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Please feel free to stop by the gym. You can talk to Kevin. He knows a lot about what wonderful wellness and health options we have available. You can always stop by the clinic. I'm here Mondays and Tuesdays every week. When I'm not busy, I am more than happy to just talk to you. So you don't have to have any particular issue in mind. If you have a question, you want to come and chat and meet me, you haven't met me before, please come over. Of course, you can always check your blood pressure here at the clinic. You can get your weight done. You can always schedule your labs and get your blood work done, which is very helpful. You want to make sure to check those lipids, so your cholesterol, triglycerides, at least once a year, if not more often. It's really always best to be proactive with our health and take preventive measures when we can. I'm here to talk to you about nutrition, weight management, stress management, tobacco cessation. If you're smoking, keep in mind that's a huge risk for heart health. Any other wellness topics you need help with or would like to learn more about?
Yes, we are here to support you. So keep in mind that any small healthy habit that you can incorporate into your day can make a huge difference in the future. And you don't have to exercise multiple times per week for hours on end. Every 10-minute little session will add up over time, and any movement is better than no movement at all.
Yeah, exactly. I've recently heard this something is better than nothing mentality. We often tend to get stuck into this. Well, if I don't have an hour, I won't bother. So we go for that all or nothing mentality. So I think that for all of us, it will be helpful to, adopt that something mentality. Same, of course, goes for every behavior, nutrition, exercise, any other health behavior. If the only thing we can do today is to have a healthy breakfast or have a piece of fruit for a snack, that's amazing. That's better than nothing, right? It's something good and positive. So we all need to start somewhere.
Yeah, so that brings us to the end of today's podcast. We want to thank you for listening in. And as always, for more information on healthy eating tips, exercise, and wellness, feel free to reach out to us at
Maya.hickman@premisehealth.com.
or at kevin.muniz@consultant.volvo.com. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for listening. Bye until next time.